All right, last unit, or last day, you finally made it. So we're going to go ahead, and the last thing we're going to talk about is application problems. Now, positive of this unit, I'm not going to make you memorize these. So I'll give those to you on test day. I'll give them to you now. You just need to make sure you're using the right one. You need to make sure that you're solving correctly. So first step, just like when we were in last unit, is make sure that you are picking the right formula. So Courtney initially invested $750 into an account that earns 7% interest compounded quarterly. So compounded quarterly tells me which one I'm going to use. So if I'm doing compounding of any amount, that's when I have to use this one right here. So y of t is equal to a sub 0, 1 plus or minus r over n raised to the nt. Okay, so decide what you're using first, then go back and label all your pieces. So if Courtney initially invested $750, this is her a sub 0. That is her starting amount. She earns 7% interest. That is your rate. It is compounded quarterly. That means that our n is equal to 4. How long will it take her? So how long will it take her is going to be, we don't know what our time is. So that's a T, sorry, an arrow. And then we don't know what our time is. That's our question mark. And to get a return of $5,000. So she wants her final amount to be $5,000. Now we're going to go through and we can start to fill into our equation. So if we were to fill into that equation, all right, we know our final amount is 5,000. We know our starting amount is 750. This is going to be increasing, so it's a plus. Our rate, 0.07 over quarterly compounding is going to be a 4 raised to the t. All right, so before we can start using logs, because we're going to use logs on all this stuff, all right, we need to start to break down what we have. So right now, all this is being raised to the 4t. I can divide by 750, divide by 750. That's going to start to break down that right side for me, all right? So when I divide by 750, 5,000 divided by 750 doesn't give us a nice pretty whole number. All right, you're going to want to keep that as a fraction. So we're going to have 20 over 3 is equal to. Now, all this that's in your parentheses, let's go ahead and break that down too. So far I've done the 20 over 3. Now let's put what we have in the parentheses. We have 1 plus control divide 0.07 over 4. That's going to all break down to give us this number. You want to condense things down as much as you can. All right? So we're going to have 20 over 3 is equal to 1.0175, all raised to the 4t. Now you have an exponential. You have one term on this side, one term on the other side. Now it's like doing what we did yesterday. All right, so at this point, we can rewrite what we have. So our base of our exponential is this right here. So it is going to become log base 1.0175. Okay, our argument comes right here, and it's going to equal our exponent. So lots of ugly numbers, but the same process that we've been doing. Last step, if we wanted to solve for t, would be that we would divide by 4. Divide by 4. All of this, all that's numbers. All that can go in your calculator. You just need to make sure you write it in your calculator correctly. So let's go through step by step how to write that in our calculator. Okay, so I'm going to move that up. So we are going to start. This is one big fraction. So control, divide. Control, divide. All right. And then we're going to put control log, and we're going to put all our stuff up there. So our base is 1.0175. And then this is control divide again, 20 over 3. All right. So that is everything I had right here, right here. All of that is divided by 4. Then let the calculator do all the work. Enter. It's going to be about 27.3 years. All right. So that money is going to have to sit in there for a long time. So T is equal to 27.3. Make sure when we answer applications that we always have labels. If you feel like you understood, go ahead and try to do 2 on your own. If not, we're going to do 2 together. So first thing is, which equation am I going to use? So suppose Heather has $2,000 to invest in an account that earns 10% interest compounded continuously. This right here, compounded continuously, tells us which equation we're using. So we know we're using this equation. Y of t is equal to P E raised to the RT. Now let's go back and let's label all our pieces. So suppose Heather has $2,000 to invest. $2,000 to invest, that is your principal. That is your starting amount. So that's your P. That earns 10% interest. That is our R. She wants to leave the money in the account until it has grown to be $5,000. So she wants an amount of $5,000. That's our Y of t. That is her final amount that she's looking for. How long must she leave it in there? That means, again, we do not know what our t value is. That's a mystery. So then let's plug in what we have. She wants her final amount to be $5,000. Her starting amount is $2,000. E raised to the R, that's going to be 0.1 times T. If you were going to solve, again, you have to isolate what's being raised to an exponent. So this needs to get isolated. So we're going to divide by 2,000. Divide by 2,000. That's going to give us 5/2 is equal to E raised to the 0.1 T. Now you've isolated, now you can write your log. So if we're going to have log base E, that is going to be the natural log. All right? So the natural log, your argument is equal to your exponent. So 0.1 times T. Again, let's let the calculator do all of the work. So we're going to divide by 0.1, divide by 0.1, and then we're going to type all of that into our calculator. So if we were going to do that, coming over here, we would do control divide to give us that fraction. Control e to the x gives us that natural log button of 5/2 divided by 0.1. Hit enter. That's going to end up giving us about 9.16 years. All right, so we can say T is equal to about 9.16 years. All right, we will do 3 tomorrow in class, so we can kind of work on that. And then you are done. You made it. You made it all the way through logs. Congratulations. Logs is a really hard unit, so you should feel super proud of yourself. All right. Good luck on the test.